Now that we've covered design, let's talk about something that can sink your entire business if you ignore it: legal compliance. I know it's not the most exciting topic, but trust me, understanding copyright and licensing is crucial. Today, we're going to cover what you need to protect yourself and your business legally, the difference between personal and commercial use licenses, and how to avoid common pitfalls. This lesson could literally save you from costly lawsuits or having to shut down your business. Let's make sure you're protected. Here's what you need to understand. Copyright protection exists automatically when you create original work. You don't have to register it, but licensing is different. It determines how customers can use your products and what they're allowed to do with them. Commercial. Use licenses let customers sell items they make from your products. Think templates that get turned into sellable designs. Personal. Use licenses, restrict products to individual non-commercial use only, so customers can use them for themselves but not for business. Proper. Licensing protects both you and your customers from legal disputes. Understanding. This distinction is fundamental to running a legitimate digital product business. Let's get clear on the language. Copyright is legal protection for original creative works you create. It's automatic, but you can register it for extra protection. A commercial license gives permission for customers to use products in business or for profit. This is what most business-focused products need. Personal. Use licenses are limited to individual, non-commercial use only. Great for home planners and personal organization tools. PLRR, or private label rights, is licensed content you can modify and resell as your own, but read the license carefully. Fair. Use is limited exceptions, allowing use of copyrighted material without permission. Don't rely on this for commercial products. These terms will come up constantly, so understanding them is essential. How licensing works in practice. If you create original content yourself, it's fully protected by copyright and you control all usage rights. If you use licensed assets like images, fonts, or templates you've purchased, those come with specific usage rights you must follow. PLR content is modifiable content you can rebrand and sell, but the license determines exactly what you can do. Stock resources are pre-licensed materials with terms specifying how they can be used. Always read those terms. Understanding. Your content sources determines what licensing you can offer customers. You can't give customers more rights than you actually have. Let's talk about how this plays out in real life. Start by checking the license on every font, image, or template before using it in anything you plan to sell. Never assume permission. Make sure your own product files include a clear note about usage rights so buyers know what's allowed. That little step prevents a lot of headaches later. Choose commercial use assets when your customers will use your products in business settings. Personal use licenses are fine only for things like planners or home tools. Keep a record of where each asset came from and what license applies, just in case questions come up down the line. Following these simple habits protects your work, your reputation, and your business from avoidable legal trouble. Here are some principles that will protect you. When in doubt, assume you need commercial licenses for assets used in sellable products. It's better to be safe than sorry. Always, provide clear license terms to customers to prevent misunderstandings and disputes. Be explicit about what they can and can't do. Original content you create yourself gives you the most control and fewest restrictions. This is why creating your own assets is often worth the effort. Using. Others' work without proper licensing can result in legal action and business closure. Don't risk it. Licensing. Terms should match your product's intended use case and customer needs. Don't oversell what you can actually deliver. Follow these principles and you'll stay legally safe. Let's unpack why licensing really matters. Following the rules isn't just paperwork, it's protection. It shields you from potential lawsuits or disputes with customers and creators that could derail your business overnight. Clear licensing terms also make life easier for everyone. They tell customers exactly what they can and can't do, cutting down on confusion and endless support questions. Commercial licenses open the door to higher pricing because buyers see real business value. They're happy to pay more when they can use your product to make money. Staying compliant builds trust and positions you as a legitimate professional brand. People feel safer buying from creators who respect the rules. Ultimately, understanding licenses isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about building a business that lasts, one rooted in clarity, integrity, and confidence. Let's tackle the real-world problems creators run into. When you're unsure about needing a commercial license, play it safe. Assume yes for anything you plan to sell. If license fees seem high, remember there are plenty of free legitimate resources that already include commercial rights. Take time to research before spending. When customers come to you with tricky licensing questions, build a clear FAQ or include simple license notes to save everyone confusion. If you've ever used an asset without checking, review your past products and correct issues now. Don't wait for complaints. And if the whole topic still feels overwhelming, keep it simple. Rely on your own creations or assets with clearly stated permissions until you're confident. Every licensing problem has a solution, and it usually begins with awareness and a little due diligence. Here's how professional creators stay legally safe and stress-free. Check the license of every asset before adding it to products you plan to sell. Treat this as a non-negotiable rule. Prepare a standard license file to include with each product that clearly explains usage rights. Consistency avoids confusion. Source your fonts and images from trustworthy platforms that specify commercial use permissions. Skip questionable free sites. Organize and store all license records and source links in one place for quick reference. You'll appreciate it later. Revise your licensing terms whenever you expand product usage or introduce new commercial features. Seek legal advice for complex or high-value projects. Expert guidance can prevent costly mistakes. Adopting these habits safeguards your business for the long run. Let's bring everything together. Copyright automatically protects your original creations, but it's the license that defines how customers can use them. Commercial licenses apply when your products are used for business or profit. Clear licensing terms not only prevent disputes, but also help customers feel confident in what they're purchasing. Proper licensing safeguards your business legally while reinforcing credibility and trust. The ultimate goal is to build a sustainable, law-abiding brand that thrives long-term. In the next lesson, we'll explore creative tools like Canva and AI that simplify professional product design. Now that you've mastered the legal essentials, it's time to learn how to turn that knowledge into beautifully crafted, profitable products. Let's move forward to the next part of your journey.